Content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
I think it will be today.
The views and opinions expressed during the following video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others. Thank you.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Cash Money can put this change in my piggy bank any day. Big man knows it!
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome one and all to this edition of Pacific414 Pop Talk here on this Wednesday. Not only broadcasting live on YouTube, but also broadcasting live on Rumble. Today, we are joined by Arwyn, Avalon, and Darth Arlena. Jester's Darth Arlena, to be exact. And, of course, they're back. After one show missing, Baron and Cash are back. And everybody... Wow, don't sound so enthused, Baron. I mean,
I'm really excited to be here today. Really, I am. I mean, you can't believe that all the excitement I'm just emitting right now. It's hard to hold it back. What?
Get some ice cream, Baron. It's gonna be okay.
Well, let me swap places of you two because you're sounding more like Cash, Baron, and Cash could probably do a better impression of you anytime.
Well, you can see right there, you know, I got that Cash look going right now. You know, look at that magnificent chin. You know, just and
man.
here I am.
Baron wants to start a fan club. The Cash Money Madness fan club.
Oh my God. Okay, y'all, I'm so sorry. I'm sitting here talking, and I'm like,
you're muted?
She was on my lap. I was not muted. He got on my lap, and then he must have punched the button, the mute button. I'm so sorry. Hey, y'all. Sorry, I'm here.
I push the buttons all the time. Especially these two.
But we're used to it with Arwyn.
Yeah, it's the Be Excellent headphones. What are they? Hang on. I don't know. There's some. Be Excellent is what they're called.
Arwyn's like, I pressed the button. No, you pressed the button. No, I pressed the button.
It's got it's buttons, not a slider on the sides.
Yes.
Punch it when they get on my
Yes, Mark. Arwyn is Arwyn.
What? Hey, what's this button for?
Why do I hit this button? Oops, wrong button.
Well, the way that the cord.
Careful! Remember what happened the last time you hit the button, Baron?
Yeah. It lays in my lap. And sometimes when the cats lay on my lap, they cover it. Well, most of the time they don't, but sometimes they get up, they move. They're either their big old fat ass stomachs looking at you, Dodgy, or Smudge's paw will step on it.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Poor Smudgy. Poor Smudgy.
Oh
no.
Smudge is
he's judgy.
He's the culprit of almost everything.
He is. Trust me.
The main.
He's the ringleader.
He sounds like the me of cats, like I am on this show.
Oh my God, he's Baron. He's the Baron. Baron, I'll have to send you a picture of him. Y'all can judge each other. Anyway, hey y'all. Thank you for having us.
Oh, I appreciate you both taking the time out of your Wednesday evening to join us and talk about not just yourselves, but your channels, how everything's been going from the start and how it's going currently. Of course, I'd be remiss if I also didn't say hello to those of you who are in the chat. We have DJ Ronnie G. Nerd!
Hey, DJ Ronnie G.
I love that. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
And of course, Arwyn's in the chat as well.
Hey.
Arwyn.
And he's Mark. He's angry. He's always angry. Mark the Infinitely Tired. Yes, I borrowed that from Loki.
It suits him so well, though. It really does.
Oh, it does.
And we also have D Nice Gamer. Welcome, D Nice.
Hey, D Nice.
He's with the Watchmen. Be careful. Might be Rorschach.
And DJ Ronnie G says, "Good afternoon, Mark. Looks like we have ourselves a little role reversal."
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's right, because DJ Ronnie is the wrench and Mark is it.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Be on your back.
DJ's pretty fast with that. You better be careful. Stay on his good side. That's all I got to say. Stay on his good side. I learned that the hard way. He's got those attack turtles.
We absolutely will.
Nerdles.
He tries to feed him pizza, but it doesn't work out. So
yeah.
I also want to
go on.
I also want to say hello to Positive Candor.
Hello.
Great googly moogly.
No.
Great moogly moogly. Yeah. I think they'd eat the pizza if you put anchovies on them, and the turtles would be happy.
Oh,
do they still have anchovies?
Anchovies, Baron. We're gonna have to put you in a timeout soon, man.
I'm saying for the turtles. For the turtles.
Sure, Baron.
Okay, wait. I have a question for Arlena. Arlena, have you seen Baron's avatar? We want a prophecy.
I need my privacy.
My privacy.
And then they got so mad about that episode. Oh, it just made it so much better.
Oh,
so
Arlena, I can't stand the Markles.
How do they know it was them? Because these was the Prince and Princess of Canada.
Exactly.
So how do they know it was them?
He's standing out in his yard. I need my privacy.
It was the biography that gave it away. Once they flashed that up on screen, we were like, yeah, it's
we
really
knew
them.
It was from the get-go.
Ladies, I do have to say something. Ladies, will you please open up a little bit more? Quit being so reserved.
Apologies.
It's okay to cut loose on the show here.
Oh, jeez.
Because we're always so serious. I feel like the Joker. Why so serious?
Why so serious?
My father was a drinker.
My father, yes.
That's part of the problem when you start streaming with people that you respect and you really appreciate and you consider friends. You just get so comfortable. You just kind of start talking. So if y'all want us to shut up,
No.
Oh my God.
I just want Arwyn to laugh more. That's all.
Stop it. I've had people ask me before, why are you laughing? I'm like, have you met me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Why are you laughing?
Arwyn,
I don't know.
Arwyn shows the proper way to laugh, unlike Kamala.
Cackala? Yeah, Cackala.
Yeah.
I've been accused of having a cackle too, though.
Yes, several times she has been accused.
Yeah.
And I always say, just cackle away. Who cares?
Yeah. You do a far better job.
Yes.
Thank you.
Your laugh is actually genuine, unlike Cackula. So,
Very true. And real quick, I just want to say hello to Irate Specialist. Good to see you, Irate. And let's see who else popped in here real quick.
Hey, Irate.
We got Real Way Gaming Clips.
hello.
Hey, Wade.
Hi, Wade.
Thank you, honey, but no. No, I turned my nunnery. I left my nunnery years ago.
Whoa. Well, that.
Don't be that way.
Okay, I'm gonna behave. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna.
Not yet, Baron. Not yet.
Baron, spit out your gum.
Anyway.
Spit out your gum now.
Go back to the chat. Go back to the chat, Mike. Go back to the chat.
And we have Phil TMNT. Good to see you, Phil. It's been a while, brother.
Boo,
I got scared there when I saw Arwyn put Phil in the chat. It's like, oh, don't tell me he's here. Oh, it's the other Phil.
You know the Kraken's work. You know the Kraken's work.
Yeah,
different
Phil, not Phil McCracken.
Can the real
Lady
Phil,
Kraken?
the real Phil, please stand up? Yeah. Right.
Hi,
Good to see you, Lady Mist.
Hello, Lady
I could have put some party favors out, the little whistles and stuff like. Yeah, I mean, this is becoming a big party. I like it.
I just noticed that you don't have your Rumble chat hooked up with your StreamYards.
No, I've got to find out from Loki or somebody how to do that.
We'll talk after with a stream.
Got it.
See.
Smirk. She knows things.
No, I'm not Smirk. Don't get that rumor going.
You're Smirk, Arlena.
SMRT.
Smirk. Is that SMERT or SMRT? You're a
Smirk.
I are Smirk.
Seriously, she knows a lot of stuff. She knows a lot of stuff when it comes to Rumble and tech and everything that I don't know. She knows. So.
Yeah, well,
mad respect.
No, I was saying it because I only use Rumble because YouTube hates me, which I have evidence of from yesterday when I was talking in Mark's chat and he didn't see my damn comment.
No,
and I just said hi.
No. We didn't see anything until the first thing we saw, Mark and I both, and I had it up on my phone. Is the first thing she said is something like, am I John Cena or John Cena or something about John Cena?
No, it was, I said, is YouTube John Cena-ing me
That's
again?
what it was. And we're like, what?
Wow.
Yeah.
You can't see me.
She's like, I've been talking this
Still
whole time.
speaking some fake Mandarin again or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
John Cena. You heard me, YouTube.
Wow.
Well,
wow.
that's become our code word now. If we're writing stuff in chat and either it's getting zapped or people aren't responding, it's usually now it's YouTube. But
YouTube is not fair about some of their. They're not fair about some of their rules. So it's just like, well, you know what? That's why I think it's good to just say "fuck you, YouTube." Sometimes it makes you feel good.
I say
even
it
when you're
every
on
day.
there. Yeah.
Well, I've even said it to you and Baron Cash. Are you guys getting my notifications at all when I go live?
Exactly. Yeah.
Arlena,
well, I gotta say, I gotta say this though. I gotta say this.
What the hell you say?
I was a little slow on the button.
No. Okay. Mike, do you normally say hi to everyone that's on Rumble as well? Because of course, there's someone that I love over there, but there's someone that me and Arwyn both love very much over there right now.
Ooh,
I see Jester. How you doing, Jester?
Yeah, that's my baby, but that's not who I'm talking about.
Love like a brother, y'all.
Well, Los Beck is over there.
Yes, it's Lanu, Arwyn. Lanu.
Oh, so good. Lanu. Yeah.
Lanu is over there. Hi,
Lanu.
You said, wait a moment.
How I thought his name was pronounced the first year that I.
Lanu.
Linux.
We've always.
Everybody's favorite penguin besides Punk Waddle.
Punk Waddle.
Yes.
One penguin lives.
He's Lanu to me.
Lanu.
So that's what we call him now. Is Lanu.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's a big hit.
I wasn't ignoring you guys. I was going to the YouTube side first, and then I was going to get to you guys. Jeez, what are you trying to do to me?
I ignored them because I'm,
you ignore everybody, Baron. That's your problem.
What was that? Did you say something? I'm sorry.
That goes back a ways.
Proof positive right there. But today we're here to talk about your channels, talk about pop culture, of course, and just have a good conversation. And one of my first questions to the both of you, and you can decide who answers first, is what brought you to create a channel in the first place?
And don't let Mike bully you here either.
Yeah, seriously, don't let that happen.
Oh, you don't have to worry about anybody bullying me.
Arlena, do you want me to go first? I will, but I want to hear your transition from YouTube to Rumble story because I don't think they know that.
Oh, probably not. Go ahead. You go first. And I'm gonna while you're telling yours, I'll be right back.
Okay. What inspired me to create a channel? I'm sorry, was that the question? I started talking and
that's the question.
You're good.
You gotta keep me on track. I get squirreled very easily lately.
Squirrel.
What inspired me? Well, okay. Long story short, because I think most people know this, but I came on YouTube after about a year and a half after the death of my husband and found Loki's channel literally randomly popped up in my feed one day. I had never heard of him. I didn't know he was nothing or really anything. The only people I'd heard of in the pop culture community, I had heard of Nerdrotic because my husband had watched him a couple of times. I know I know this guy's really not pop culture, but I'd heard of Razor Fist because again, through my husband. So that's really it. I didn't really, know anyone. Well, I met all y'all there pretty much, most of y'all, and or at least through Loki, and I started being asked to come on different channels. I guess because I'd hung around long enough, they didn't think I was any kind of weirdo threat or stalker or anything. So Loki had me on his channel on Women of the Fandom. So I was on there. I was on Purple Valkyries. And then I just started kind of going around and because I was loving it. I love streaming. I love talking with people. I love bouncing off things. I just love it. And
you can stalk me any day, by the way.
It got to a point where I was streaming like, I don't know, with 11 shows a week, like scheduled shows. Like every week, this is what I'm going to do. Sometimes 2-3 streams a day. And I was starting to get a little, I was still loving it, but it was kind of like, woo. And I think it was Daryl who first said to me, Arwyn, you're streaming so much, but nothing on a channel of your own. You need to stream on a channel of your own. And I'm like, really? And anyway, I had talked to Purple Valkyrie about maybe doing a show, Pink and Purple. Y'all know Pink and Purple. And we started that on my channel in late September of 21. And it's been going great because I was able to stream on my own channel as opposed to, which I don't mind going on other people's channels. Obviously, I'm here. I love it. But I got to focus on something where I had where it was more my channel, more personal. And I haven't streamed a lot lately. I haven't streamed solo at all in a while because one thing I'd always said to myself is if I do this, if I actually do a channel, I want to be authentic. I want to be real. I'm not going to share everything that's going on in my life, obviously, but I want to share what happened with my husband. When my son disappeared for those 3 days, I want to share that. I want to share the healing that's going on with me and the trauma, because I figure if I'm going through it, other people have to be in their own way. And lately I've been in a working through phase. And once I work some things out, then I'll come back to start solo streaming because I'd always said to myself, I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be raw. And I'm going to be honest. And this is my outlet to do that. And I don't want to force it. And Arlena and I have been having, we've had some, it's spring and summer. Hey, shit gets busy. We have to get our schedule synced. So Sugar Spice will definitely be back. That's not a gone show. It's just, we're working, real life. But anyway, that's what inspired me to stream. And I found I thoroughly enjoy it. My success story is that what I wanted to do is it was this simple. I wanted to meet people and come to life again. And that is what happened. I have met some amazing, incredible, like you find people here on this panel, you find people in the chat. I have met some of my best friends. I have found sisterhood in Arlena and Mary and freaking Mark, the angry one, Daryl, Loki, Eris, Steven. I mean, there's so many, Sensei. I mean, Jester. Can we go on? But that has been my success. That is a success for me. If I make money off it, great. That's gravy. But everything that I hoped would happen has happened. So in a nutshell, that's what inspired me to start my channel. And
Very
thank
nice.
you for
Well, not a problem. And the same question to you, Arlena. What inspired you to start creating content and start a channel of your own?
Well, it goes all the way back to Echo Base Network. It's all their fault, y'all.
Coach and Nick. Okay, I'm gonna flame them after this show. I'm gonna go over and flame them now.
Hashtag blame Coach and Nick. I had done one of the pop-ins. I want to say, gosh, about 3, maybe even 4 years ago now. They were having pop-ins, and I decided, okay, I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to pop in and say hi and talk about this movie that sucks so much. And
yeah,
and why it sucks so much.
Yeah.
And when I did, it was the first time I had ever, I've been a member of YouTube or watching YouTube since 2007 or 2008. I've had an account with them forever. And I got on there and they were like, wow, you have a really nice voice. You would do really well with your own channel. And I'm like, really? I do? I'm like, because, everybody hates the sound of their own voice. And they were like, yeah, you should do it. And it wasn't like a week later, Daryl contacts me. He's like, hey, I wanted to invite you on as a guest. Come on the VacTube. And I went on there and we had a freaking blast. And it was a lot of fun. And he's like, hey, you want to come back next week? I'm like, sure. And then the next week it was like, hey, you want to come back next week? Okay, I'll come back. And it would just continued on. And so eventually he was like, you're part owner of the channel now. This is our channel. And then from there, I started my own channel because I like things a little more structured. And there is absolutely no structure on the VacTube. I love it. I love it. I love streaming it, but I do like certain things to have structure. It's the Marine in me. I just gotta have some of that structure there. And I figured on my own channel I could do that. And so then me and Arwyn started streaming together. I streamed with a couple of other people at first. And it kind of went from there. But um we still aren't terribly structured on sugar and spice. We actually do have a topic to discuss when we go into sugar and spice, but it always turns out we're talking about taints and titties or something like that. Crazy.
That's our strip bar in Sugar Tits, South Carolina, by the way, y'all. If anyone has frequented our streams lately, you'll understand that story.
And then we started doing Shield Maidens, and that is very structured, where we're reviewing the Rings of
which it's coming up. So gird your loins, girl.
Oh,
we're going there.
She's gonna torture me again, y'all. But anyway. And then we started talking about different things, and we're like, well, let's do Arwena Activated and pick a hot topic, not necessarily something that's popular, but something that is controversial. and let's talk about it and look at the evidence and weigh the evidence and then give our opinions. So that's what we started doing with that one. And that is probably my favorite show because it is so structured.
It is very structured. Yeah. I mean, we have to do research. We have to look at because like Arlena said, we want to present the evidence and then we'll talk about our opinions and then leave it at that. But
yeah. And I think we've only had one guest on Arwena Activated, and that leads me into why I no longer stream on YouTube.
Yes, I was waiting for you to get to this. Is a great story, a bizarre story.
So now we're getting to the juicy details.
Yes.
Ooh, I love this part. I love the juicy stuff. Come on, give me the juicy stuff.
We're doing Arwena Activated, and we're talking about well, you can talk about it on YouTube now. So we're discussing COVID-19 and the jab, the mRNA shot, and we're talking about it with Dr. Adega Outlaw,
and the effectiveness of masks as well,
and the effectiveness of masks. It was just we kind of ran the whole gambit. It was initially started as the effectiveness of masking. And it developed into talking about all of the other stuff as well. And, as always, we gave the evidence, we gave the statistics, we talked to a real life doctor about this stuff. And YouTube hit me with a strike and took the video down. I appealed it, and of course they were like, "Nah, we're not gonna do anything. Sucks to be you."
Right.
So at that point, I'm a huge Steven Crowder fan. I'm a member of Mug Club. Steven Crowder had started his own Rumble channel and was talking, and I've been watching it. And I had also been watching Fat Steven Seagal on Rumble. So I'm like, you know what? This to me seems to be a very viable option to YouTube. So I now exclusively stream on Rumble. I may at some point decide to dual stream on YouTube again, but not right now. I'll also stream to Twitter or X, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't Twixer. I don't know.
Twix.
Twix. I named it Twix. Yeah.
But yeah, that is how I ended up being exclusively on remote and how I got started. So yeah.
And I just stream on Rumble because I'm a sheep. Everybody else is doing it, I'll do it too. But I'm over here modding for Fat Steven all the time, so I might as well have my own channel.
Right.
Well, I think we're all looking for, alternative platforms to stream on because we know one platform is not going to last forever and want to make sure you have a backup somewhere.
And spread the word. Put your face everywhere.
Oh my God.
But dealing with fats, I tell you, that's you're a saint for dealing with fats, I tell you.
Oh my God!
I'm kidding.
No.
I work with, working with fats. It's fun working with fats and the Kings and all that. So but I can go over there and bother him.
And Arwyn,
he's a good guy. He's really a good guy.
Arwyn, have you looked over on Rumble? Fat Steven JFG dropping a like for all the hairy lesbians.
Oh my God!
Oh my gosh!
Well, I should be shocked. I should be shocked by that.
Well, Baron's always said he's a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
I am.
Well, that seems appropriate, though.
Yeah,
it is.
Thank you for the like, Steven.
Right?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Now, talking about VacTube, Arlena and I met through Daryl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I started watching different streams, once I kind of started to recognize people in chats and get to know names and vibe with people, I started to go to different streams and watch them. And Daryl was one of them. And there was Arlena. And I'm like, she's so cool. Oh my God, she's so badass. I mean, there's me, marshmallow me, and I'm here, and Daryl's a lot like me. I call him Twinsy for a reason. Daryl's just happy-go-lucky, peace, sunshine, everyone get along. And Arlena's like, okay, this is my channel. Okay, y'all. Hey, everyone, how you doing? But don't come in here causing problems because I'll kick your butt. It's just, she's just very strong. And that's how we got to know each other. And, down the road, when opportunity came up, we were like, let's stream together. Yeah. And that's how Sugar Spice was born. And then through that, Arwena activated. And wherever else we pop up.
Yeah. We're kind of everywhere.
Wherever.
Oh my God. And that's something we got to do again too, is Bougie Boozers. We haven't done that in so long.
That became a monthly thing. And then we just were like, we can't drink once a month all the time. So
yeah, well.
It's just the VacTube is something, that's for sure. I remember when I remember when
you on there, Cash. Yeah.
I know I've been on there before. I need to
I think
talk
that's how
to
we
Daryl.
met too.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. The last time I was on there, they were playing some drawing game and it got really ridiculous.
I remember that.
Did laugh,
I remember
though.
that.
I did laugh. Yeah.
Oh God, yes.
Oh my gosh, we need to do another one of those.
Oh no.
My liver needed at least a year off.
Right?
Oh my goodness.
So drunk.
I watched one of those and I was laughing my tail off. I don't know if that was when you were on, Cash.
Paul was there too for that one.
Paul was there too. And
they kept talking about the whole thing with Leia and Luke, and they just kept going on and on and on about it. I was like, oh,
that's
God.
Crazy. That was crazy. And by the way, congratulations to Paul, by the way. I just got put
Oh yeah, congratulations.
The former Master Paul, the former Star Wars guy, now Fandomology, has proposed to his girlfriend.
And this is what he's going to hear from now on.
Congratulations.
He's going to be hearing that. And she cracks a whip and puts them in line. So.
Because he's so ruly.
He is unruly.
He's so unruly. Oh my gosh.
He is unruly. How can anyone deal with that guy? He's just,
I don't know. I mean, it's good.
He's so nice. I'll tell you what. He was one of the nicest people I met at the ICC. He was just so nice. It was unbelievable.
Well, did you mean
everybody
before or
was
after? Do you mean before or after Mexican Iron Man kicked his ass?
Before.
Oh man,
I bet he was a lot.
He was so.
Afterwards.
And this has been all over the place. He was so cocky about that fight.
And
and when I talked to Mexican Iron Man about it, I think it was on a stream because we've had some good conversations about some stuff. He said, I think it was on a Tron stream. I'm not sure, but I said, "All right, Mexican Iron Man, I won't be honest with me."
No. I think it was the collector stream. Cash.
Was it the collector stream?
Oh,
maybe it was.
Because you showed off his lightsabers.
Okay. Yeah, and he said, "I said, let me guess. When the interference of Paul's mom came into play, you gave him some points, right?" And Mexican Iron Man said, "Yeah, I did. I felt sorry for him." Just being honest, and it's just it's funny because like I was supposed to be like Paul's manager, and then it was like I'm done with Paul, but like it was more of it was like Paul, you were really cocky, man, about being Mexican Iron Man. Really cocky.
Yeah.
Don't you remember?
He thought he was going to
God,
beat Mexican Iron Man.
I don't remember that.
All the trash Paul was talking. Oh my gosh.
That was Cash's fault because as his manager was saying, do some more trash talking.
I did not. I did not tell him to trash talk. I just was like, sit back, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? You could lose. What, you think because Mexican Iron Man is older than you that he's just gonna roll over for you? No, man.
No.
Well, remember, we did that pre-fight hype stream on the channel prior to the two of them going.
Yeah, Mike and him were both on there. Yeah.
I just didn't realize he was so cocky. Well, everyone has.
Then I called Mike.
He was really cocky about it.
Oh yeah. Then I called Mike Darth Poopy. He goes, what was it? You bring him on the
Darth
show.
Poopy. Oh my gosh! I remember.
Oh gosh, that was so. I was about to message Coach and Nick and said, "Are you guys 5 years old? What's going on here, Darth Poopy? What is this stuff, man?"
So Paul really is unruly. He just went up.
He can be. Yes.
I love that.
Virginia will put him in line. He'll put him in line.
I thought that was amazing when I saw that. I'm so happy for them. I really am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, Wade.
But yeah,
Hi, Wade.
Paul.
How's it going, Wade?
Paul got a reality checked on that one, that's for sure. And they're supposed to have a rematch. I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but
at some point.
You know, that rematch was scheduled for, oh my gosh, how many years
know,
now?
right?
Wait until he gets married, then he'll be imbued with a new strength. Wait until he gets married, then
Virginia from Virginia tossed him in the ring, saying, "Now go in there and fight. Be a man.
Go in there, do it now.
Do it for your new wife."
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll win, or I'll divorce you.
You'll win or no death by snoo-snoo.
Death by snoo-snoo. I don't think even Paul knows what that is, man. I don't think Paul knows about death by snoo-snoo.
I'll have to ask Paul the next time I talk to him if he's ever watched Futurama.
It'd be a shame if he did it. Man, that's a great show. Oh,
yeah.
It is good.
Do we want to continue watching the newest part, Baron? We started.
I think so. We have.
Okay.
I think we should.
Maybe we should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so far, I think 3 or 4 episodes I saw were still pretty good. In that line, I don't know how more is going to go, but
Which show?
Futurama.
Futurama came back on Hulu, was it?
They keep doing
Hulu.
that. They keep doing that.
Yeah, I know.
Like Family Guy,
Family Guy
Dad
came back, and then Family Guy.
Futurama.
Family Guy is like the last 3 years. It's like, oh, let's see how many stupid jokes we can make. Oh, we can't make these jokes anymore. And then Seth MacFarlane's like, we're going to continue the show. All I'm saying, I would always tell people, if you're still watching Family Guy, just watch it because it's a train wreck. It literally, there's no reason even to yell about it, scream about it. It's just, you can tell that they are scared to make jokes now. They've got new writers, and it's really unfortunate. Even The Simpsons are trying, and even if The Simpsons went off the air finally, it's okay. It's been running a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say something I forgot. Never mind. Back to you, ladies.
I'm
like the Biden of this channel.
Padawannabe is correct. Padawannabe is correct. That is exactly what I said to her. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you get married? You're going to regret it. Don't ever do it. You're going to regret it. And now here I am. However many years later. That was pre-Jester.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, but Jester's a good man, and
yeah, he is.
Exactly.
I think you two are going to be happy together. And
eventually.
See, she wouldn't have said that to him had they had that conversation after she had met Jester. That was my point.
Yeah, that was definitely
been like
Jester.
Hearts in the eyes, daisies, daisy halo around the hair. Oh, do it! It's so wonderful. Do
it. Till she kicks him out of the house. Oops, I didn't mean to.
No,
Reflex.
No.
Yeah, no.
Phil, you blame Cash for everything.
That's Agent Smith over there, Mr. Anderson.
Even when Pop Talk ends for the day or night, you blame Cash.
He does. He likes to blame me for a lot of things. Yeah.
I blame Cash. Oh, by the way, I forgot. We're still not talking. Mike, can you please tell Cash I still blame him?
I think you just did, Baron.
My God.
So I'm sorry. I'm looking over on Rumble, and Chester just put in,
I know,
hey, I'm not a good man. How dare you? I'm an asshole and proud of it.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I like that attitude.
Can we compromise and just say
that's
he's
why
a good
we work.
Asshole? Can we just say that? Push the two together?
Okay. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole.
Does that work for you, Jester?
I think we got a clip for that, actually, Baron. Mike, we got a clip.
Yeah. Oh yes, we do. Yes.
On this ship, anyhow. Yo! I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Yeah. forgot about that. Good job.
Oh my gosh, I love
you.
it. I love it.
It is so good. So
Oh
good.
my gosh.
So,
Oh,
Cash and Baron, if you have any questions you'd like to ask the ladies, please ask.
Oh, I don't. I'm more here to harass. You know me. But I mean,
You're here to harass me. Let's get it right. You're here to harass me.
Yeah, I'm here to drive viewership down. I do it well. But actually, you know, you two ladies work really great together. And you know, that connection you have with that, it came easy. I'm assuming, you know, kind of a connection right away. Boom, you're at it, and
yeah.
no hesitation, like sisters from another mother, and you know, and all that stuff. So I don't know where I was going to go with that. I'm just going to be more of a compliment than a question, I guess. I'm not used to talking to women.
Somewhere.
I'm not used to talking to girls. I'm sorry. I'm just.
Were you gonna ask?
Okay, Baron. One of us is gonna play it.
Baron, you can talk to girls. It's Wednesday.
So I'm gonna be the one that's gonna play the soundbite because one of us has to.
Oh gosh.
Unless Cash wants to play it.
You go ahead, buddy.
I'll play it.
All right, fine. Go ahead and play.
Bullshit. I call bullshit.
Exactly.
I'm assuming that's the one.
Oh man.
Yes.
Can I take a stab at what I think you were trying to ask?
Please do, because I need all the help I can get. These guys know that.
Arlene is right. There was a question in there somewhere.
There was. I just didn't know where I was going with it.
Yeah,
and I'm supposed to be a good interviewer. I'm just supposed to be a good interviewer. Everyone says I'm.
You were on the radio, Baron. On the radio.
He has
I'm
already said.
Yeah, I know.
He's already said he's the Biden of the panel. So
he did.
You know.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
The thing.
Pops a bad dude. Pops a bad dude.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh,
Baron Pop's a bad dude.
Baron Pop's a bad dude, man. Get your ice cream and get on your bike, dude. You'll be fine. It's all good.
Meet up with Phil McCracken and you'll be good.
Right.
To ask
was go play with Phil McCracken's Easy Bake Oven, and you guys can make some brownies or whatever. You'll be fine. Cookies. Whatever.
Well, you said Phil McCracken?
Phil McCracken, worst troll ever.
No, I'm confused.
And
what the hell do you think he was trying to ask?
I don't know, but Jester just said, "Oi, my baby isn't girl. She's a Marine."
She is a Marine. Okay. I think what you were, or
think
maybe
he was
not
trying to ask us something about how we met up and how easy it was for us.
Yeah,
because we really are like sisters. I mean, really.
Yeah, because you have that great chemistry, and then and how you got together with that, and the machinations and the plans you make, and with doing your casts and stuff like that. And
it's
making Arwyn laugh.
That's easy.
Yeah, it really is. We did meet through VacTube. We met through Daryl. And was it how did we actually connect outside of
that?
I've been trying to remember.
Some stuff had happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to think of how to say this without giving too many details because it's still private.
Okay.
Some stuff had happened, and there was a leak, kind of, almost, and I mentioned something to someone, and then we kind of exchanged phone numbers, and it was like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. It's like, I know, right? Aren't you glad I was there? And it kind of took off from there.
That is true. Because I came into VacTube. I said, hey, she said, hey, back. It was, very much chat panel kind of thing. And then when this thing, basically she saved my ass. Let's just put it that way. And when this thing happened, I wasn't doing anything bad or nothing like that. It was just, like she said, it was something private that needed to be addressed, and she addressed it, and things worked out great. And then we just kind of started talking, just kind of bullshitting. We realized the things we did have in common. We're both from the South, but not the same state, but we're both Southern women, and they are a different breed, y'all. They are.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We had that in common, which was nice. We both streamed. That was good. I had started playing Fortnite, and you'd started playing Fortnite.
Yeah, I had just started shortly after you did. You actually started Fortnite first. Yeah. And then I was watching Fat Steven used to do the community streams on Saturdays.
Oh my God, they were hysterical, y'all.
And they were, oh my God. It was so much fun just to watch. And I'm like, okay, I need to get in on this. I need to have a piece of this craziness.
So we started playing Fortnite.
We started playing Fortnite. Yeah.
And then I can honestly say, I could sum it up with this: Sugar and Spice would not work as well as it does for us just to be able to go on there, have a good time, laugh about whatever, enjoy the chat. Hopefully the chat enjoys us. Just kind of suspend the drudgery and bullshittery of life for an hour. Let's just do this. Let's just have a good time. That would not work if we genuinely were not connected. And I like to say there's something called a split apart, and it can either be a split apart with a romantic partner, a split apart with a friend, or split apart with like a parent child or brother sister kind of thing. But usually it's people that are separated, that aren't in the same family, that aren't around each other. It's when this comet flies, when it was coming down from heaven, it split in two, and each place landed somewhere else. And a lot of times when people meet each other and they just connect, I like to think of them as split aparts, kind of come from the same comment, so to speak. And Arlena and I are enough alike to where, our values are the same. Our spirituality is the same. I'm a little more woo-woo than her, but she can get the woo-woo and ride. So it's all good. Our way of life and the things that we appreciate, the things that we value, and honesty, integrity, friendship, all that kind of stuff. That's all core in us, and that's all loyalty. That's all there. But we are also different enough to where Sugar and Spice is real, y'all. She's a badass. I'm a marshmallow. It's real.
There's a reason why #marshmallow ass exists.
It's true. I mean, Zena and Gabrielle, before they decided to go the route of the woke, when they were just good friends, that really is Arlena and I.
Yeah.
There's enough difference and enough similarity to where we just fucking mesh. And I love surrounding myself, and I've noticed this as an adult. I've looked back and I've noticed that I have a tendency to surround myself with people that I'm not. Strong people, people that'll, oh no, you better don't kind of people, instead of cower in the corner like me. That's Arlena. She'll be like, get out of my face. Me, I'm like, oh, please don't.
I don't know. Oh my God. I can't even tell you how many times I've told when she was streaming constantly. When she was streaming, no exaggeration, she was streaming so much she was physically exhausted from it.
Yeah.
And I would constantly tell her, Arwyn, you gotta stop. You gotta tell people no. And she's like, but I can't tell people no. I'm like, if you don't tell people no, you're gonna drive yourself crazy.
She did. She did. And she stayed on me for that too.
I did, because I'm like, you can't keep doing this. You have a life outside of YouTube. You got to live it. And it was just, I can't even tell you how long I had to, Arwyn, say no. It's okay to say no. You don't have to be rude about it. If somebody says, hey, do you want to come on? You don't just say no. Just say, I am so sorry. I can't make it. Maybe some other time.
Yeah.
You can still be kind about it. You don't have to be an asshole. But
it was about the last 4 months of that, because I did that for about 6 months. Well, maybe even long. I don't know. I want to say August to February. It was August until Steven started the convoy that following year, which I think was February, because I was modding over there almost as much as he was streaming. So I told, I just let a lot of stuff. It's like, I can't do it because I felt this was important. This was real news. Not that, oh God, that sounded bad. I don't mean that streaming with other people who aren't talking news is not real news, but I just that this was currently happening and it was something we had all been waiting for. So that's what I meant. So my apologies to everyone, but
that's what.
Well, that's okay. We're fake news here. Mike, Jeff, and I.
There's life outside of YouTube, Agent Smith. So just remember that.
Yeah.
Don't look crack, and there is.
It's fake news. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It's fake news. Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
It's fake news.
It's fake news.
Fake news.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Everybody's talking about your fan in the chat.
Oh, okay, hang on. There, I do declare, got the vapors. Can y'all hear my vapors?
Oh,
yeah.
We hear.
We hear it.
Oh my God, no! Just in case, if none of y'all have ever watched the stream where there was a multiple of Arwyn. That was one of the best streams ever. Because Arwyn had no idea we were doing that. She had no clue we were doing that. And we surprised her. And I played dumb. I was like, I don't know. Wait, which one's the real Arwyn?
Okay, do you know how Arlena got this over on me? I still can't believe, because I finally figured it out. But she sent me the link. It was for Sugar Spice. She sends me the link. And the chat was just really active that night. Just people were coming in early. I think Irate was also in that chat that night.
I think so.
So I'm like reading the chat and I'm getting a kick out of the chat. And I'm like talking in chat. Well, I got the link, okay, and I went in and nobody was there. And I thought, well, we got 20 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and just do this. So I got lost in the chat like I do, because when I say we love our chat, I mean it.
We do.
Y'all
really
are
do.
the show, in my opinion. Y'all are the show. We just respond to y'all's crazy asses. But so I was talking and laughing and doing a little emojis, and I'm getting revved up for the stream. And I realized it's like 3 till, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna miss my own stream. So I turn my attention back to StreamYards, and I usually have 1,000 tabs open, so it's not always a quick thing to find it, fish it out. And I realized Arlena didn't send me the StreamYard link; she sent me a recording link. Oh, and I'm thinking, oh, Arlena, bless your heart, you sent me the wrong.
Oh no,
link.
you did the bless your heart. Oh my word. That's the strongest.
Screwing up, Baron. No, it's always me Arwyning. I thought she Arwyn for once, and I was feeling really proud about it. So I'm like, okay. And then my next thought was, how the hell do I get in there if I don't have a link? I'm gonna have to, oh my God. So I'm texting her. I think I texted you something like, link. Where's the link? You sent me a recording link, not a,
And
well,
I was like, hold on, or something. I don't remember what I had responded back.
And I'm thinking, I can't get in there because it's her StreamYards. Well, then I remembered, I'm like, wait a minute. The way she has it set up, yes, I can. I can go through the back door.
Arwyn has the keys to the kingdom.
I have the keys to the kingdom,
and I had forgotten.
that was her big mistake. I don't know how the hell I figured it out. But anyway, I did. So I went in there. And I go in the back room, and let's see, who is it? It was Mark, Mary, Jester.
No, Jester wasn't there. It was
Sensei.
I don't think was Jester there.
I thought he was. I thought he was.
I don't remember.
It's been a while. Well,
no,
I noticed they all have avatars of me. And I'm sitting there in the back room, not adding myself in yet, and they're yakking. I'm like, what is going on? And then I hear Mary go, oh, crap. Oh, my God. Arwyn. And she brings me in because I was just going to sit there and let him yak. And she's like, don't say a word to Arlena. And I'm like, what? And the next thing I know, they kicked me. Arlena comes in and they start the stream. And they're all me. They're all impersonating me. They're speaking lore. I learned more about me that night than I have in all the years I've been alive. And not all of it was pretty. I was like, oh my God, if this is me, me is driving me crazy. But oh my God, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. But anyway, we talk about a lot of that shit on there, but you got to give it to Arlena for that. But that's the kind of stuff that we do. We just try and have a good time and not take everything so seriously all the time.
And that's important because even Jester is saying, I was just in the chat for the Arminverse stream.
Yes. Yeah.
Welcome
to
the Arminverse.
Arlena was talking about my fan.
Yeah. Well, and that's what made me bring that stream up because Mary did something and it sounded like Arwyn's fan, and Arwyn was like, "Oh my God, is that what it sounds like?"
It was so loud.
It was. I'm like, yes. Now you know why we keep yelling at you.
I'm like, I can't help it. I get hot. But yeah, I'm annoying. I apologize to all of y'all.
No, not at all.
No, you're not. Oh, come on.
No,
You're fun.
No, don't say that about yourself, Arwyn.
Y'all, but they were just nailing it. They were on point with all the Diet Cokes and random bursts of giggles every now and then. And I'm just like, oh my God, being loud and then muting themselves or forgetting to mute. I mean, they were on it.
Oh,
they know me.
Was it Mark or Sensei that did the
I'm like, shit, am I really like this?
The armor.
It was Mark. It was Mark.
One of them did it
when he went on a so-called side quest.
He had a sound effect of armor falling down, and he said, "I'll be right back, y'all." And he does that, and he starts making noises. I'm telling y'all, that was one of the funniest damn streams. That one and our Up in Smoke. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Why are they yelling numbers at us? That's the only part I remember.
If y'all haven't seen the Up and Stream Smoke and you need just a good
Up
dumb
and
laugh.
Stream.
Up and Smoke Stream. Gotta get a contact high just thinking about it. No, if you just want something dumb to laugh at. Arlene and I were both baked on that channel.
Oh, we were
on that
so
night.
high.
I was in Virginia. It was legal in Virginia. We were good. And we had been promising people when we have our Weenapalooza, when I go to visit her, we're going to stream and we're going to do our Up and Smoke stream. So we actually did. And that stream is nothing but dumb fun. I mean, really, it is a popcorn, just kick back, laugh your ass off. It is not meant to be taken seriously in any way. And it is.
And I remember messing with Arwyn. She was in the other room. And I just remember clicking some of the chats, and Arwyn was like, "Oh my God, how is that happening?"
She kept highlighting every single one I was actually reading. She would highlight it. Got control of my computer. How is this possible? How could she see me through the wall? You know?
Yes.
Oh my God.
All I got to say is here on Pop Talk, we never impersonate each other at all. we would never do a thing like that at all.
Hey, what was in that Danish, man?
Oh my God.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
you know we impersonate each other.
So y'all get it. Y'all get it. See, y'all get it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mark, I know. It's been accused of stirring up tsunamis in Japan.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. So Mark is requesting I tell the Burger King and Taco Bell story.
They don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that.
I want to hear it.
Somebody look.
It sounds explosive. It sounds explosive.
No, I don't give a shit. Go ahead, Arlena.
Well, by the way, I do have to congratulate Cash and his girlfriend. She's a lovely lady. She likes
Definitely not. Yeah. And I need to congratulate Baron that he actually stayed away from the forbidden donuts. So that's great.
And hey, partner.
Quincy.
Hey, Daryl.
Hey, Daryl.
Yes, it does, Daryl.
Oh, here's what's been burning.
We've all experienced it.
So the Taco Bell and Burger King story. So Arwyn is up here visiting with me, and we're like, let's go get something to eat. So we go to the Burger King drive-thru.
I'm not
And
bougie. I don't have a Burger King near me.
yeah, they don't have Burger King. She's like, "Oh my God, Burger King!" Ah. I'm like, "Okay, it's not Wendy's. We'll go."
Exactly. Oh, she forbade me to have any Wendy's.
She could
But
not
in
have
fact,
any
when I
Wendy's
was
while she was here.
She said nope, and I'll know it.
That sounds like a crime. I love
I
it.
didn't risk it. I didn't risk
I
it.
love Wendy's. I love their fries.
I do too, but
Wendy's
I love
That's
it's
the
the only
only
fast food I
thing
eat.
Arwyn has where she lives.
That's
So
pretty
that's
good.
all she ever eats.
Our McDonald's sucks. Our
Wow.
Hardee's closed up. Our
Well,
Sonic is gone. Our Pizza Hut's adios. So we only have Little Caesars. Dairy Queen's expensive as ass. I mean,
yeah,
it's
I
like
bet.
Wendy's is the
Mhm.
only thing we really have. Oh, we have Jack's. Bleh.
We
Zaxby's. Bleh.
Wendy's is great when they get your order right. When they don't,
Yeah,
not so much.
when it's hot and fresh.
Mhm.
And it's
Anyway,
sad.
You
it's
need
sad
you
that
need to
you lost-
come here
Shit
to our
already.
Wendy's thing, Cash, because they always get my
Okay.
order right.
Nice.
Well, they're scared of you.
But she fall.
Yeah, she was forbidden from having
Yeah.
Wendy's while she was visiting because we have so many other options.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
So
See,
we
hearing
I
that your
love
Hardee's
Virginia.
closed. I love Hardee's.
Yeah, our
no
Hardee's.
Hardee's is still here.
But ours
it
wasn't
is?
very good.
Oh,
Yeah, just
yeah,
our local one. Our local one.
our Hardee's are like 7-Elevens. They're freaking everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we pull up to the Burger King drive-thru, and Arwyn, pitch in if I miss anything because it's been a
Okay.
while.
So far,
And-
you're on point.
And we're looking at the menu. They say, "Hey, can we help you?" Whatever. They say, "Give us just a minute," and we're trying to decide what we want. And they got like 2 for $10 meals and all this stuff. And
And they changed
I'm
the
like,
font of some things, and it's hard to read.
Yeah.
That's
so
about the-
I'm like, okay, I want just you know, the Whopper. And she's like, "I think I feel like chicken." And then she's looking and she's like, "Well, what's a Burke roll?" And I'm like, "Where are you looking at,
Oh my
Arwyn?
God.
Where are you? What are you talking about? A Burke roll?"
Burke roll.
And I'm like, she's like, "Right there. It's
There,
right
Burke
there
roll."
on the main thing. It says Burke roll." And I'm looking, I'm like, "What? Do you mean a BK Royal?" She was like, "Oh, is that what it said?"
I felt like such a hick. I hadn't been to Burger King in so damn long. I didn't even know what the hell a BK Royal was. I thought it said Burke roll. And that's exotic sounding for a Burger King. So I wanted to know what it was.
And I'm sitting there laughing my ass. And I know the guy at the cash register is probably like,
Overhearing
what is
us.
wrong with these two women? And so finally we get over our giggle fest.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, what do you want? And she's like, "I think I'm just gonna get the chicken sandwich." So I order my meal and you know, the Whopper meal, and I order her chicken sandwich meal. And then he's giving us the total, and she says, No. I don't want the chicken. I've changed my mind. I want to get a Whopper.
Oh my
Like,
That is exactly how that went.
and I'm like, Arwyn,
Oh.
we started out with the 2 for $10 Whopper meal, and you said, "No, I think I want some chicken."
Wow.
At what point did the guy serving you or taking care of you hit his head on the counter?
Oh, I
what's
don't
the
know.
point when
He
he don't?
probably did it numerous times, but he had well, a wet rag had more of a personality than he
Yeah,
did,
really
Oh.
did. Really
Oh,
did.
So they hired Cash. Cool.
No, I don't think so, fat ass.
hey, I got a clip for that.
Good.
No,
Of course
Mark,
he
we
does.
were not stoned then. No.
No, not right then.
That was before. No. Or that was later. That was afterwards. But the thing is,
And this is the clip I have for you, Cash.
Relax, will you? For crying out, what's getting to you? I'm breaking your balls a little bit, that's all. I'm only kidding with you.
And I'm Joe Pesci, and I'm about to use a baseball bat on Baron. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he's not kidding. He really would. All I gotta say is,
Lighten up, Francis.
And this is Baron usually.
I have people skills.
I am good at dealing with people.
Can't you understand that? What the hell is wrong with you people?
And this is usually me.
Do you see what happens, Larry, when you fuck a stranger in the ass?
Well, you should hear it before a show. You should hear Cash before a show.
You know what really grinds my gears?
That was also Baron a few weeks ago. It was quite funny. Yeah, we bust each other's ball. Sure, Baron, sure. Then he'll tell us like 5 times a day that he has Joe Biden disease. He's like, I got Joe Biden today. I'll be okay.
Oh my God. Oh, Arwyn, it's not.
Hey, Mike, do we have a show today? Yes, Baron. Every Wednesday evening at
do we have
5
a
o'clock
show
your
today?
time.
Well, the thing is, that is based off a real story. That is based off a real thing.
One of my favorite ones is Baron. I'm not that good at video games, and it's like, dude, you're getting better. No, I just suck. I'm like, okay,
I do. Maximum suckage.
Vroom, huh?
What can I say?
Well, I think we answered Baron's question.
Yeah, he finally got it out. We're proud of him. Yeah,
I forgot what the
maze. It's
I
like
forgot
what
the
trying to get
question
to
was.
the end of the maze. Yeah, he kept being the mouse. He kept running into the boards. It's like, okay, this is the question. I promise.
No, we pretty much just answered how we met and how we got together with Sugar and Spice, and then and because of Arlena's need for structure, because me, I'm like away with the fairies of the air half the time, and she's a little more grounded, a lot more grounded. So when I was there that first time, because I try once a year to go up to see her, it's just easier for me to do that because of her work. But we sat down and we were having so much fun with Sugar and Spice. I was thinking, well, I kind of would love to do something else, but something a little more social, political, controversial. It could be pop culture, but something like Alec Baldwin's trial. Not as movies, but like his trial. So we were thinking, that hadn't happened yet, but I was thinking things like that, and I thought things that could be researched, like really, and the J.K. Rowling thing had already happened. And I had looked into that a little bit, and I know Arlena had, just because it interested us. And it's like, well, we could really dig that whole story back. Let's just look at what the hell she says. Not all what everyone else is saying she said, but what she said, and in context, why she said it. Did she say it as a response to something? Is it just her opinion? What the hell? I started talking to her about that, and I said, how would you feel about maybe doing a weekly show like that? Now, we had already had Sugar and Spice that had been established. I at the time was streaming more solo than I am now, and then we had VacTube, and then I think Pat Steven was still doing his community streams on Saturdays, so we both were doing that. So we were starting to get involved in a lot of things. And then I think that was even before it was before I was on Loki's on Friday mornings. So we didn't want to start stacking up the week again, because she gets up early and works, and I didn't want to get back into that cycle of having to feel obligated to stream as opposed to wanting to stream. So anyway, we decided we would do that, and we would alternate weeks. One week would be Sugar and Spice, the next week would be Arwyn Activated. We haven't exactly stuck to that. Sometimes we do both. Sometimes it's just Sugar and Spice, but that's our intention. So we'll just rotate.
Yeah, we've not been good at sticking to that lately, but
that was mainly,
we both have a lot of stuff going on. So
yeah. And that was mainly because I knew Arlena could really sink her teeth into something, because she loves history and, religions, all that, just kind of talking about that stuff and looking at, politics is the same. I hate politics, but
I love it.
The social side of it interests me. Its effect. I know it's a swamp. I know swamp needs to be drained. I know it's you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours from both sides. That's why it doesn't interest me, because I just don't trust people up there. Even I don't know if y'all talk politics. I'm sorry, I'm going off. But anyway.
Sometimes.
Oh, we do.
So sometimes we do, especially when we get to the Rumble side.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
You should hear us on Rumble.
Okay.
No, the thing.
Good.
When we go to that,
I'll save
the
it for
thing.
that.
The thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. When we go to the thing, we talk about
Okay. Well, I guess I'll sum up my point is that where she likes all of the book, what I call the book learning, she knows the shit behind that. I'm interested also in the after of these things in society, and that's kind of what we try to do with Arwyn activism. And it works because it's structured, and Arlena likes structure. So
well,
I do very much.
Yeah.
Well, that comes to a two-pronged question I'm going to ask Arlena. And the first one is, of course, history. Is there a particular era or a particular event or such that you particularly focus on, or what do you look at in history in general?
Well, sorry, I was muted while I'm eating, so
oh, no worries, no worries.
My degree is emphasizing on ancient Egypt and medieval England through the Tudors. Okay. Although I know past the Tudors, but that's what I emphasized when I was getting my degree and everything.
When you were saying
I really wanted to know.
Medieval, where was the start? Like around 600, 400, 600? Or
no, it would have been 1066, starting with William the Conqueror.
Oh, okay. So you're going with little Charlie. Okay. Or little Willie, William the Bastard, and 2 years later he became William the Conqueror,
King of England.
Yeah, because I also like history and such. I was heavily doing like the Viking era with the Norse, and of course England was involved. So I went a little bit before 1066, before that Frenchman came over, who was a descendant of the Vikings. Of course, Imperial Rome, earlier Imperial Rome, I found fascinating, from Augustus up to Nero. And of course, just general medieval. I wouldn't sit back and say I'm a full expert in that one, but yeah, I mean, I find it interesting because for me, history is like stories, but they involve real people.
Yeah, right. And a lot of times it's way more fascinating than anything Hollywood can come up with.
Oh yeah,
agreed.
It is, and it's really sad that people are trying to actually erase history because they don't like it. It's like you can try that all you want, but it's exactly. You're just going to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. What's the point of that?
Or if they're not trying to erase history, they're trying to give you a skewed version of history.
Yes, yes.
And I don't think that the history is already there. The story is already there. The story is already interesting. You just follow the story. There you go. I don't know, like with the Tudors, I still will watch the show, but when it starts getting stupid, I'm like, that did not happen. And y'all know that didn't happen, but yet y'all insist that happened. And y'all insist Henry the freaking VIII was like some little 5'4" Mediterranean guy. I am sorry. No. He did a great job, but that was not Henry the freaking VIII. Henry VIII was 6'2" and golden hair and, quite the stature. He was huge for the time.
He was very
that kind of stuff drives me nuts. Why change that?
Yeah, until he got to his older age, and that's when he became the big Henry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, fascinating. But everyone just they only fixate on the overweight Henry with a turkey leg in his hand, which is funny because they didn't have turkeys at that time in England.
That's
and all
good
that.
point.
Well, I think with these revisionists, and when they do change the stories, I do think that it's for validation. I mean, the one thing that drives me nuts is the long-suffering missus has been watching Bridgerton, and it's like, honest to Pete,
I haven't gotten into that.
Have
you tried it? Okay.
I haven't sat with her about she was watching it. So
I've seen it. I've seen it.
I must say, it is zero historical accuracy, but I like it. It is a guilty pleasure of mine.
The author, this is important though. This is really important. The author has never claimed it to be historical fiction for our world. She very much, from what I understand, or he or whoever the hell, I don't know. I can't remember the name of the author, but has set it up to be a very fictional fantasy setting. So because of that, that's why I don't have to judge it through the lens of my history, because it's not saying this is your world's history. This is saying this is a fantastical story.
Right.
This is a
And
fantasy story.
I do understand that. That's what I keep on telling myself when I'm sitting there next to her as she's binge watching, especially the last part of the season. And but biting my tongue, it's like, okay, this is fiction. This is fiction. The sad thing, though, is people take a look at this fiction, and they do look at it as, oh, this is real history. I know all about this show.
100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. Yes, especially when you have documentaries over in England, or historical fiction, quote unquote, taking a beautiful African woman and casting her as the Queen of England, Anne Boleyn. What the hell? And presenting that like a documentary, which documentaries are supposed to be factual, supposed to really happen. So I 100% agree with you, Baron, on that. They will take it as history. Yes.
That's why we need more shows again, like Rome. Even watching like Queen Elizabeth, like things that she did, like she would literally cut off people's heads if they didn't do what she wanted. Like it was very interesting.
Off with their heads.
Off with their heads. Yeah.
Yeah, but E1 is my girl, man. She's my girl.
Oh yeah.
There's only one period of history that I am just passionate about, and I always go to Arlena to fact check, because I know she's gonna know if it's true or not. So I always go to her to fact check. But E1 was my girl. She was the original badass queen.
Yeah. I just it's just crazy to me but I miss shows like that, and those were very interesting. Rome was a great show, but of course they said after 2 seasons they couldn't afford it anymore. I'm like, are you sure, HBO? All right, but it was a fantastic show.
Oh, it was great.
Absolutely great show.
Rome? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will have to look into that.
And of course, like you're saying, when they do present historical movies out there, I mean, Braveheart, great movie, horrible history. Horrible history.
That disappointed me when I found that out. That did disappoint me. There was something about the way that they made that movie. They made it, well, like all Mel Gibson movies at the time, even The Patriot. They could have said, this is 100% true, and I would have believed them hook, line, and sinker. Because of the way they presented it with such gravity and such, transparency. And then to find out, what the hell? That one disappointed me.
Well, we need more patriotic movies like The Patriot. I don't care what anybody says. It would be great.
That one, I believe that one was supposed to be fictional, right? That was.
I think so, to
it
some
was
extent,
absolutely fictional.
Was it all fictional?
See, that movie is so good.
The events were not meant to be fiction, but the story itself was fiction.
Right.
But some of those things that the British actually did, those things actually did happen.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it was so powerful that if they had said, yes, these actual people were real, this was a real, I would have believed them because of the way that movie unfolded.
Did y'all ever watch
what about like the John Adams series? It was fantastic.
Oh my God, that was so good.
So freaking good.
Did y'all ever see oh God, what the hell was it called? Washington Spies.
No. Oh, the AMC one?
Yeah.
I haven't finished it.
Was
I need
that
to.
the one with the really cool,
it's
creepy
really good.
theme song?
Yes, with the cool theme song.
Yes, and the kind of animated. Yes, I never finished it though.
It's something Washington Spies. What is the word before it? Something Washington Spies.
Can't remember. I was thinking about that.
Think about it, and I'm going to acknowledge this member chat from Lester San Jose, the Skeptic Tank.
I'd buy that for $1.
Wasn't it a Turn?
Turn, yes.
Let Mike finish, for crying out loud.
Hey, Lester.
Come on, Cash.
I beat him to it, so he can finish it.
And Lester San Jose, the Skeptic Tank, says, what? Sugar and spice in the house. I'll get to the replay at some point, but enjoy things when they happen live. Much better than SNL today. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh gosh. Well,
thank you for that member chat, Lester San Jose.
Unfortunately, him bringing that up, I mean, a lot of comedy is dead. That's why, Baron, I'm glad you finally got to see Dodgeball and stuff, because those are those movies are so politically incorrect. It's like, oh, we can't say those jokes anymore.
Dodgeball
But
Right.
everything from Dodgeball,
Mhm.
you need to see Road Trip, you need to see Wedding Crashers. These movies are all politically incorrect.
Old School.
Ladies.
If you haven't seen Old
I
School,
Love You, Man. I think you would find that really funny.
Ladies, help me. They're trying to corrupt me.
Anything with Vince Vaughn. Anything with Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn's good. I like Vince Vaughn.
Yep.
right.
I think you would find Accepted pretty good. It's not as funny as those other ones. Oh, Forgetting Sarah Marshall is really funny too. Yeah.
I have a question.
No,
for
Daryl, I don't agree with that. I don't like
y'all.
your Road Trip. Boo.
I do. So
Historical fiction persuasion. But Arlene, I've already asked you this. I've asked you this, and I've asked Mary this.
Okay.
Because I know both y'all like historical fiction, and y'all gave me both the same answer. And I'm starting to notice a pattern.
Historical fiction.
Right. So I want to ask everyone here if they've seen the series Poldark, and if you have, what did you think of it? Has any of y'all started that or seen that?
Negative on my point.
They're men. Of course, they've not watched Poldark.
But it's a very manly show, though. It's a very dude show. Poldark is very much a dude.
Oh, yeah, he is.
You know, he's not going to be sporting nail polish anytime soon. I mean, he's a man's man kind of thing. Men would respect the show because I was just curious because both Arlena and Mary were both like, meh. Like, really? And neither one of them said they could get into it. And I found it really enjoyable, but I have not found anyone who's watched it.
No.
Even my parents were like, nah.
I liked it up until they changed the whole premises of the story.
When did they do that?
When him and old girl, when he cheated.
Oh, with Elizabeth. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when they changed the whole, how everything was going. I liked it up to that point, and after that point, I'm like,
they do reconcile, and it's very sweet.
I don't care.
What was this on
And she
streaming?
ends up dying. I mean,
PBS.
Oh, PBS. Okay,
yeah, it starred. What the hell?
PBS. What's PBS now? What's this PBS thing?
PBS is
Aiden
like
Turner.
old shows, maybe
Aiden
a few.
Turner.
Yeah.
PBS. I never
really enjoyed it. It takes place right after the. Well, it starts when he's in the Revolutionary War. He's over in the colonies fighting for England, and he gets in an accident. He gets basically their camp or whatever gets attacked, and he's gone for like 2 years, and his family and his girl and everyone's over in Cornwall, England. Well, he survived, but it took him that long to do what he needed to do to get back to England. And when he comes home, he's no longer the heir. His girl is now engaged to his cousin. I mean, and it's about him kind of starting his life from scratch. And it takes place, like I said, around the Revolutionary War period. It's really good. I enjoyed it. I don't know how accurate it is. It doesn't claim to be a true story, but I don't know how accurate, because he gets political and all that stuff. But I have yet to find anyone who has watched the whole thing and enjoyed it. Everyone I've asked so far either is like Arlena said, she liked it up to a point, and then Mary was like, didn't interest me at all, and my parents were like, bleh, So I'm like, what is it about the show? Because I enjoyed it. But anyway, check it out if it looks interesting to y'all.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm willing to check out new series, historical or historical fiction, just to see how it is. And
it's interesting. It's interesting. It's better than a lot of the new stuff today. Let's put it that way. It is way more gripping. And the story moves along so much better, makes a lot more sense, has thought, has intelligence, expect its audience to use thought and intelligence.
Wow.
What?
Pretty.
Remember when shows used to do that?
But it all makes sense, Yeah, that's why I like it.
Shows making you think. How dare them? Shame on them. It's ridiculous.
Because he's not a perfect guy. He is not a perfect guy. He is not a perfect hero. He's kind of an anti-hero in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And he will challenge that. His character will challenge you in that.
Well,
so it'd be cool to hear another person's perspective on it who isn't, who has watched the whole thing or whatever.
No, the show that I got Arwyn into was The Last Kingdom.
Yes. Baron, you
I've
must
heard of
have
it. I haven't watched it.
I am
Which one?
Uhtred, son of Uhtred.
The Last Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I've heard of
Destiny
it.
is all.
so good.
To
Oh, it's so good.
Arlena told me to tell him
I
the
love
story of how you.
I don't remember. You're gonna have to tell him.
She's.
I'm
like,
trying to eat. That's why I'm.
Okay. Well, I forget what we were talking about. We might have been talking about Valhalla one day. I don't even remember. But anyway, she's like, "Oh my God, do you know what series is so good?" I'm like, "What?" Oh, because I think I told her I had tried to get into.
You had liked Vikings or tried to get into
I
it?
tried to get into Vikings like 3 times. I would sit down. I would get to maybe the 3rd episode, and it would just tune me out. I cannot watch. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so she said, well, you know what's really, really good is a show called The Last Kingdom. If you like Vikings and you want that kind of vibe, but you want a faster paced story, I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try. And it's something like 5 seasons long, which I think I binge watched the entire thing. And there's like a lot of episodes per season. I binge watched the entire thing in I think like a week.
Yeah, less than a week. It took you like 4 days.
So good. And every time I would be shocked, I would text her, oh my God, I can't believe this. Did this just happen? Did this really just happen? I can't believe it just happened. I've never done that with a series before. I would bomb her during the day. With,
Yes.
Oh my God, did this really just happen? Good night, Twinsy.
But that's what a good series does. You know, it shocks you, it
Uh-huh.
surprises you.
Yes.
Yeah, there's twists and turns everywhere with that show. If you haven't watched it, I always say this, highly recommend it.
And Baron, you mentioned you like, Vikings. You like that kind of
Right.
Yeah. So this show is right up your alley.
Yeah,
Right
I mean,
up
when you
your
were talking, when you were talking about the Viking series, it's like our club. We just roasted it. We just roasted it big time. They got
Really?
stuff out. Yeah, the Viking series. Yeah, we. But this one sounds interesting. This sounds really interesting.
Yeah, Vikings are interesting, and they're more than just pillaging and plundering and stuff. So whatever.
Oh
Arlena,
yeah.
What is the year? I know Arthur is king. What is the year?
Oh fuck, I don't remember.
It's like early Britain.
Oh well, you
early
talked
Britain.
about Arthur, King Arthur. That's around probably
It's not. No. It's
No.
not King Arthur. It's
okay.
it's an Arthur. It's
Alfred.
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 I'm sorry,
Alfred the Great.
Alfred the Great. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Alfred the Great was what was it? 900s?
Okay, so it's very early Britain. It's very early. That's the time period, and how him and this Viking kid, kind of how they all get thrown together. Oh my God, it's so good. And it is very quick paced, and it will take you on a ride. And it does, again, it challenges you because it does you some shit where you're like, did I just see that?
Yeah.
Did that just really happen? And you have to pause for a minute because your brain stops. It's good. It's very, very good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it throws you for some loops.
I mean, at least it's not the 13th Warrior. Again, a pretty good film, but a lot of historical inaccuracies in the costume, and most of the story is BS, anyways. Only thing that's about the accurate is that first part where Eben Fadlin meets up with the Vikings, and then basically when they go on their journey, that's when it goes out the window. Of course, it was based on a Crichton book where he did that thing, and he was cruel. At the end of his book, he did a fake bibliography of history, listing off people that didn't know things. So he made it look like that this was a true story.
Oh,
Baron,
Eaters of the Dead. Eaters of the Dead is the name of the book.
I heard my dad used to go to those book fairs, Baron. I don't know if I told you this story. And he says Crichton got mad at somebody there, threw his book.
Wow.
Yeah.
I believe it.
He did. Yeah, I believe
it.
Too.
Yeah, I believe it.
Baron, this is no lie. I was like 15 months pregnant with my first child when I sat through the 13th Warrior, and that gave me the worst nightmares.
Wait. Did you just say you were like 15 months pregnant?
Hell yeah, I was ready for that kid to pop. And I was sitting through the 13th damn Warrior. That movie terrified me that heavily pregnant. I don't know what it was. That movie freaked me the hell out. And I didn't care if it was real, fake. I just wanted the hell out of that theater. I hated it. But Antonio Banderas, man, I will give him props.
Oh,
yeah.
He was a very believable Arab. Very
yes,
believable
he was.
Arab. And
He
I
did a great
did
job.
love I did love this. This I thought was cool. When they first met him and they all got together, I don't remember the details, but the Vikings did not speak his language. He did not speak theirs. And the way they did that transition, and the longer he spends time with them, the more he's picking up words. And then he finally starts to figure out their language and he doesn't let them know. That transition to them using that language and every once in a while, them dropping in an English word until finally from his POV, you're getting it. You're like, oh, he's understanding them now. I thought that was brilliant. Brilliant.
That was brilliant.
The rest of that movie was just bloody ew. Do not watch it, pregnant ladies. Do not. Oh my God.
Well, it's basically Crichton doing his own version of Beowulf,
Yeah, and I appreciate that. I do. I do. And again, Antonio Banderas rocked that movie.
Oh, he did great.
Oh my God, when they're all spitting and snotting in the same bowl and passing it around, and hear this little fussy Arab, he's like, no.
Now, that was one of the true things. That was one of the things that Evan Fadlin did write in his journal, and that was for real.
I mean, even if you haven't watched that movie with Antonio Banderas, you got, of course, Zorro. You've got Assassins with Sylvester Stallone, which was a good film. I mean, he's got a lot of range. He really does.
And some of his best stuff that is
Desperado
is his comedy.
So good.
His comedy, y'all, and Spy Kids.
I never got into Spy
Kids. But his comedic timing, though, in Spy Kids was freaking Puss in Boots.
He was also in the SpongeBob movie as a pirate.
Yes, his comedy is
was.
suave and it's funny and it is underrated in my opinion. His comedic timing, he's so good. But anyway, I didn't mean to get off on that. But that movie.
No, that's fine. It's all about you. It's all about you and Arlena today.
I like hearing your takes on some of this stuff, And,
that's right. Just take the Julia Roberts approach.
The feminine perspective. Let's put it that way. The feminine perspective.
It's like that joke on Family Guy with Julia Roberts, where she's sitting there giving her Oscar speech. It's all about me. Me.
Well, see, that's it. I dropped the question and I let you girls talk. I mean, boom, there we go. Our ladies, I can say. I
have a question for the both of you. I know you're a fan of the show, Arwyn, but I don't know if Arlena is. And of course, we've all switched our avatars. But
yes, I'm in heaven.
Yeah.
What's your take on Babylon 5?
The hour of scampering has happened. There is quiet.
She might have stepped away, y'all. Her grandbaby is.
Oh, I think she did.
Yeah, she might have stepped away. Well, y'all know my opinion on it. It's the best damn stuff I ever done. I really truly believe for the time that it was made, for the budget that they had, for the director that they had, they still, even with the really shitty CGI in the beginning, I concede, even with that, it is still superior in its forward thinking, and its content, and its character creation, and its ability to tell a time story that has a beginning, a middle, and end, even with the whole telepath war. Don't get me started on Byron.
Yeah.
Don't get me started. That Steven show ended too damn soon because I was ready to dive. I was going to be like, please let me be on the panel when y'all get into season 5, please, because I got some things to say. But even with that, and Ivanova, the very last wrap up was still made with all the characters we came to know and love, even though some were missing. It's perfection. It's perfection. It's sheer fucking perfection.
Even with some of the blemishes, like that sci-fi is still great, and yet the newer generation would be like, "What is this? Is this Star Trek? Is this supposed to be?" It's just embarrassing. It's like, sit down and watch this. And it was Crit, Phil, and I who watched it. And I was just blown away how good that show was. Even with some problems with season 5, I agree with Baron. There's gems in there. There's hidden gems.
Yep.
The show is.
That's what Baron and I were trying to tell you, Cash. Stick with season 5. You may not like some of these episodes early on, but stick with it.
And it's not that there were gems in season 5. It's that Byron was the blemish. That's the way I feel about all that. Not necessarily the telepath war and Psychor getting involved, but the character Byron, they 3,000% pooched it. There is no way that you. And remember the telepaths at the very beginning?
Yeah.
How they all look different. Some of them look kind of weird, but they
Yes.
all looked. Some could blend in a crowd, some couldn't, but
Mhm.
they all had different, height, statures, races, whatever. Then we come here and we got the freaking Twilight Club. We got the Vampire Club, y'all. Look, we've got Earth Mama, the sensitive, beautiful crone with the long silver hair, who looks just like the vampire chick who looks 25 years younger with the long, beautiful black hair. Spare me.
People need to also understand, bringing up Twilight. Twilight, vampires should not sparkle. That's stupid. I don't know what idiot came up with that. I guess the novel person, but the main three characters, if anyone was ever interested, and I would always tell people, do not watch those movies in the theater because they're not worth it. If they're on cable, something free, whatever, you're curious enough, what's this? I find it funny, Arwyn, that the main three characters are less interesting than the Cohen family. I find that absolutely interesting. I really do.
But here's my thing about that, though. I'm not just trying to be a Byron hater. He could even I could have forgave the whole Vampire Club thing. I could have forgiven that.
Right.
Byron's character had not flipped so damn fast. He went from peace at all costs.
He did.
No, we
start getting violent. Yes.
To instantly over freaking night. You owe me. You owe me. You owe me. You owe me. I'm the one in charge. I'm the one here. And then at the very end, he's getting ready, and we all come together in a better
Wait, what are you talking about?
Place.
What movie? What are you talking about?
Sorry.
Babylon 5. Yeah.
The one blemish of Babylon 5 season 5. I mean, some other things could have been tweaked. And I apologize, y'all. I know I'm getting passionate, but it's all pent up. I've been able to talk Babylon 5 in so long, and I love this show because this show that sets it apart from other sci-fi, there were tiny little episodes amongst themselves, but it was about story and about development. The sci-fi was actually the icing on the cake.
Yeah, because
even
when it came to the Shadow War.
Yes, I do. Thank you, Arlena.
Even when it came to the Shadow War, any episodes of Babylon 5, they did bring in history elements.
Yes.
And incorporate them into the story.
They did. And
Mm-hmm.
Some of the aliens are actually alien, y'all. Who said
what? That means diversity?
Yes.
What? There was never diversity in the 90s of sci-fi? Come on, man.
Some of
Baron
them,
Pop's a bad dude.
You know, methane. Who knew?
Just like there were no strong female leads before.
Right, there was no. What? There was even ones that were minorities. Come on, man.
Come on, you ignorant. No, you ignorant. No, you ignorant.
Oh my God, y'all! The oh shit! The episode where the Minbari went missing and they had to do an investigation, and they were afraid one of. Oh shit! Who are they? It was just in my head. The carnivores, aliens. Come on, y'all.
The Pakmara.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Garibaldi had to pump a Pakmara stomach to check the or threatened to. He threatened to, and then I think he had to actually do it. Oh my God! To see if there are any remains of the Minbari. I mean, this is an alien species that to us is the biggest yuck in the world, but to them, they're carrion eaters. It's what they do. Anything dead, they're gonna eat it.
Well, it's like the story that that Veer told about, when he and Londo were out, and then they heard this beautiful music, and they came across, it was the Pakmara. It's like they never heard such beautiful music ever.
Yeah.
And it's like, now it leads into another aspect. It's like, wow, there's more to these characters, more than just, what we perceive right off the bat. Oh, these are just creepy Cthulhu-esque Kyrians, and it's like, and it's like, no, there's more to them.
It's like, wow, Flounder to Veer. I mean, what a turnaround.
And Veer is without a doubt a fan favorite.
Yeah,
he's a great character,
without a doubt.
And let's also
the foil between him and Londo.
Londo was all like, "Oh, I'm going to use this guy," and then it's like, "Oh wow, there's a lot going on with this man. I better watch myself." And we see what happens with Veer too. So it's very interesting. Yeah.
Veer is very much. He's very much the Jiminy Cricket to Londo's
I like
puppet,
that
because Londo is very much a puppet of Centauri pride.
It's the Centauri pride.
The Republic.
Yes.
I mean, that's what he was born to do.
Yes.
Right.
Mr. Garibaldi.
Yeah, always warring with that versus what to do, what's right, or what to do what's right for the Republic. And Veer was that Jiminy Cricket to him. He was his conscience. And they finally, at the end, I truly believe we're finally equals, because they've been through so much together.
Right. In some ways, Veer rising above.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there.
Yeah, because of the tragedy of Londo, and he still kept Veer in him. Yeah. It was still him, but matured, grown.
Yeah. Yes, and if you push Veer too far, you're going to see what happens, like in season 5, where he takes that bat.
Oh yeah.
But let's also not forget too. You see so much great character development in Babylon 5, from where the characters start off in the movie to season 1 all the way to season 5. They grow. I mean, heck, the Odd Couple, Jakar and Londo.
Yes. Oh my God, yes. That scene where after war had broken out and Jakar had been stripped, Londo came in and did his spiel and no more, we're in charge of the Narn again. And then they're stuck in that elevator.
Yeah.
It is some of the most terrifying but comedic shit I've ever seen.
Oh.
Because Jakar starts laughing at him because Londo's like, how can you let me? Because he knows at any moment, it's like, oh my God. I love it. They're fantastic together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great team. And losing Andreas Katsoulis like that, it just so sad, because what a great actor he was, how great he and Peter Jurasik worked together. I know JMS keeps on talking about wanting to reboot, but you can't, because
I don't want him to either.
No,
the movie was enough. The movie with the animated movie.
Yeah,
was
if you want
to make it for today's audience, which
and JMS should never do that. It's just like we had to hear about finally a sequel to Spaceballs. There's no reason for it at all.
No.
Yeah.
But
they should have done it earlier if that was the case. But
yes.
Oh,
I agree with that.
Arlena.
There's not, but
yes.
Anyway, go ahead.
Did you watch Babylon 5? If not, what's the series that you still hold near and dear to your heart?
I watched it when it first aired, and I only watched it once. Not all the seasons either. So, yeah. No.
And I have some. Sorry, my apologies. I just want to do one thing for Arwyn and all that.
Cash, the only reason I'm doing this is because Phil put me up to it. And we will all come together in a better place. A better
You suck.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bill.
I can't with that.
Bill,
song,
I
y'all.
know, right?
Oh my God.
Phil makes Paul do things, and that's one of the things he obviously made Paul do. Yeah, Paul's got to be careful about
my apologies, Arlene. I just had it was taking a while to get it on the thing, but I wanted to get it while it was still pertinent. But back to you, Arlene.
Just made the telepath a little seedier. That's all I'm saying, and made Baron a little more human instead of going from Dalai Lama to freaking. I don't know, someone who's going to go and blow themselves up because why not? Because they owe me. It's whatever. But that's all I asked. I would have forgave it all. But it is what it is. I still love this series, and I will defend it to my dying day.
Exactly, it's a great series overall.
Particularly, sci-fi TV has to offer the top tier because it is story driven, not just character driven. It is story driven. It's so good.
And Arlena, what's the series that you hold near and dear to your heart that even to this day you could still sit down and watch it all the way through?
Well, there's a couple, but the first one that comes to mind is actually one of the only shows that I've seen the British and American version of, and I think the American version is just as good as the British version, which you don't find a lot of, and that's Being Human.
Oh,
agreed.
I love that.
1000%
Yeah,
agreed.
I love
Agreed.
that show, and I can watch the British or American version. Of course, I prefer the American version because my boy's in it.
Yes, he is. That's where I've seen him from. Every
Yeah.
time you'd flash his torso on YouTube, I'm like, where have I seen that guy?
He plays the vampire.
He was also in Battlestar Galactica,
Yep.
the 2000 plus version.
Mhm.
I don't remember what year, but y'all know with me. He was in that
Yep.
too.
He
2004.
was.
Thank you, 2004. I
Yeah,
couldn't
and
remember
he
what
doesn't
year.
age. Oh my God.
No, he does not. No.
Sam Witwer does not age at all. I think
He
he's a real life vampire.
I think he just marinates. He just marinates.
Well, I would love him to be at the helm of Star Wars. That's for sure. That man
Oh
cares
yeah.
a lot about lore. Mhm.
Not only that, the freaking dude knows everything there is to know. I
And
mean,
that's
you're
important.
talking deep lore. He fucking knows it all. But no,
Yeah.
I think that would be my probably my top pick because I've watched that series so many times.
Mhm.
Um,
Clone Wars.
yeah, Clone Wars. I've absolutely y'all already. I think at least Cash knows. I freaking love the Clone Wars. You didn't need something in between episode 2 and 3, but it makes episode 2 and 3 that much better.
You talking
As
about the first series or the second one or both?
the Clone Wars that was on Cartoon Network.
Okay. Mhm.
The first one I watched, but that what was his name? Gennady or whatever his
Something
name.
like
The
that.
one that he did
Trahosky or something like that.
yeah.
Something like
He
that.
did um Dexter's Laboratory. The same guy that did the art on that made the first Clone Wars, and it was okay, but
Yeah,
the storytelling in Clone Wars to me is just so
I know.
above and beyond.
Agreed.
That's even the
It's
second series with the 3D animation. It took me a while, even watching the first movie. I think it was like 2004,
yeah.
2003, something like that.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I just can't get into this animation. I remember having this discussion with Strike. And of course,
Mhm.
Strike is from a different generation than us. He's
Yeah.
like, no, I had no problems with animation. I'm like, well, good for you, but
Yeah. Well,
um,
and the thing was is
but
I
the
always said,
storytelling, like learning
yeah.
about Obi-Wan Kenobi having a
Yeah.
love interest, that episode was
Yeah.
really good. I
Isn't that
still
the
need to
same
go back and
series
finish that.
where Anakin fights with Ventress?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Isn't
That
that
Anakin
was the
same
fights with
second one,
series?
Ventress
yeah.
a couple of times. Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
Well,
yeah, he
ends
did
up
in the
kicking her
first one
off a
too.
cliff. Ended
Mhm.
up kicking her off a cliff.
Yes.
The yeah, well, the
It's but
first
Yeah, I
the
think that was in the first one.
animation style is
yeah,
very much like
on
that kind of
on
Samurai
Yavin
Jack
4.
kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, because
Yes.
that I've seen that as well, and I did really. Oh my God, Grievous. Grievous. It is. I enjoyed it.
Well,
I enjoyed the
yeah,
hell
I
out
mean,
of it.
even the first series with Mace Windu and Grievous and how what happened to him, and we
Yes.
found out that was so awesome. How he
Yeah,
got that
no,
cough because of what
yeah.
Mace Windu did. Just awesome.
Mhm.
And I would say I liked the first one, but I
Mhm.
didn't like it as much as the second, the one that was on Cartoon Network. The story writing to me was phenomenal,
That was the
and
first one I
Mm-hmm.
saw.
and
Yeah,
I
the one
think
you're talking about.
it's because Lucas hired writers that knew what they were doing, and
Mhm.
he
Oh, yes.
oversaw and approved everything. He
Mhm.
didn't write anything himself,
Right.
but he did what he does best. Okay, this is good. Yes, this is what I want. To
Mhm.
me, that's what George Lucas. Think of your story in your head, write it down, have writers fill it out and make it even better, and
Right.
let other people handle it. Your ideas are great, but you shouldn't put pen to paper.
Right,
know?
right, exactly.
Agreed.
That's why there was no reason for Dave Filoni, now that I call him that, but to retcon what he did before, from going even with Rebels into the Ahsoka show, which I unfortunately watched all of, which whatever, but and then stuff with like Clone Wars, which I still need to go back and finish, and Rebels. I've watched a lot of both those shows, but you don't need to retcon what you already did. Just continue on what works so well.
It makes no sense. It makes the story is already. It's like we were talking about earlier with doing, historical facts, turning them into films. It's like with canon, these massive IPs that have been around for, God, some of them 50 plus years. They're mammoth. They are huge. They are, generationally everlasting. And they
you
have
have
a canon.
Doctor Who, you have Star Trek.
Yes.
Canon, and they ignore it.
They ignore it.
Build on what's already there, and you will have so much easier time. But Arlena, that goes back to your Sam man. You said that he knows his shit.
Oh, Sam Witwer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does not surround themselves. Look, there's nothing wrong with being a casual fan. I was very much a casual Star Wars fan until I met Arlena and Daryl, and even now I'm very much a normie. But no one can necessarily say, now they could say they're a more knowledgeable fan than me, sure, but they can't say, oh, well, you're not as big of a fan as me. You don't know what the effect this thing has had on my life. Maybe I enjoy it for what it is, instead of, I don't want to know, what script number it was. You know how sometimes we get we dig deep. But anyway, my point is this: Hollywood is making writers that are casuals or normies, not deep fucking divers. The deep divers are the lore keepers. They're the ones who dive deep to know the stuff because they love it. That's what Hollywood doesn't get. If they would put those people in charge of writing this stuff, maybe they could save and turn the stuff around. But I don't know that they do.
It's some of them will, most of them won't. It depends what their attitude is about this stuff. It's their egos, of course. And if they this whole modern audience nonsense, and even other people you're talking about from the new Star Wars shows, Doctor Who and whatever, it's like the argument to me is always that you can enjoy this or not enjoy this, but does this make logical sense to what these stories have always been? And that's the biggest problem I see, is it just doesn't make logical sense. And people get mad at you. They call you names, and then it's like, well, then why would we have a conversation about anything? If you're going to act like this, there's no point. If you're going to act like this, why would we have a conversation?
I haven't watched any Disney Star Wars since Kenobi. Kenobi broke me. Because they went so far outside of canon.
Yes.
I was willing to watch it, and there is some stuff in there that I really enjoyed. And I was okay with them fighting each other one time.
Right.
But the way they ended the fight.
On the Dragon Ball Z planet. Yeah, they were on the Dragon Ball Z planet. I was waiting for some of the Dragon Balls.
It was stupid. It was stupid.
It's dumb.
Vader would not have, neither one of them would have just walked away.
No.
Vader wouldn't have walked away. Kenobi wouldn't have walked away, because they had both stated, I have to kill him, period. There is no way around it. I have to kill him. And if I don't kill him, then I have failed. They both said the same daggone thing. Neither one of them did it. How does that make sense? Okay, let's make this make sense. Have them fight. Have somebody come in and swoop one of them up and say, hey, we got to go. The Emperor wants your ass. Something. It would have made sense.
A non-voluntary parting.
Yes, it would have made sense. But the way they parted, the way they ended. Okay, how many times did we hear Kenobi in the Kenobi series say, I know that I loved Anakin. I know he was my brother. I know this and I know that, but I have to kill him. And then he's just going to walk away?
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. Well, they did the same thing with
the Baron's, not Baron. It's the Byron syndrome.
The Byron syndrome.
Byron syndrome.
It's the same thing.
You might be right with the Baron syndrome too.
People,
I'm gonna put that.
People can tell me, Arlena, 1,000 times that Sabine, it makes sense she has force powers. No, it doesn't. Kanan would have sensed it.
Not
and
only
I can't
would
explain
Kanan,
that to people.
Not only
Ezra
would
would have
Kanan
sensed
have
it.
sensed it,
Yes.
Ezra would have sensed
True.
it.
True.
Ahsoka would have sensed it.
Yes.
And when she was being trained how to use the dark saber, it definitely would have been sensed when she was training with the dark saber and how to use it.
Exactly. Sabine was an interesting character in Rebels. Why would we change her in the Ahsoka live action show? It's ridiculous. And also the joke is like, what about Qui-Gon? He gets stabbed and he's dead, but everybody else gets stabbed. Oh, we're cool. Hey, we're having a party.
It's all right. I'll walk it off.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah.
Or oh my God, where the men will take, a freaking just clean through the shoulder, no big deal, and they'll die 5 minutes later, and the chicks will get freaking gutted right in the center of your guts.
Yes.
Everything just incinerated, and they'll live.
That's one of my biggest problems. That I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a woman, and I am all about strong female characters and leads. But this shit is bullshit. It's gone too far. I am so sick and tired. Can I get a white male character somewhere that's not a prick?
Right.
I mean, really.
People also got mad at me recently in a Discord, which made me laugh. It's like, look, Ray Stevenson, why would he want to go out basically like a bitch? He's standing there on the statue like something out of Lord of the Rings. What are we doing? I want to see. He was one of the best characters, I thought, of the Ahsoka show. What are we doing with this guy? And then people will argue with me and say, that's fine. Oh, well, he really liked this role. What are you talking about? What do you mean what I'm talking about? He could have done more. And so these people just this is why people unfortunately are called drones and shills, because they accept anything from these companies without questioning it. That's dangerous. It just is.
It is.
It's been proven many times.
And I would just like to ask, are we taking bets on how much longer Disney's going to be around? Because they are bleeding money at this point.
They finally got a hit.
They're losing money.
They finally got a hit with Inside Out 2. I think Deadpool and Wolverine will probably make a lot of money too. But from then on, I don't know.
Well, now, I mean, when you have a show, is supposed to be coming out, and
nobody asked for it.
Nobody
wants it.
That's true, but I did love Moana so much that
it was a very good film. I agree with you.
It was, and they should have let it be.
Not very many movies piqued that interest in me with the sequel, but
just
Moana
like
did.
Frozen, they should have left Frozen.
Right, Frozen should have.
I will agree with that.
Exactly.
Yeah, not every movie needs a sequel.
You don't need a sequel to these films.
I agree with that. I agree, and I loved the sequel, but I agree with that.
Yep.
It was a beautiful story, encased in what it was. It didn't really. It didn't need an expansion.
It didn't.
No.
And we are getting close to the 8:00 hour.
What?
Arlena, I know you told me that you can only stay to the 8:00 hour.
Yes.
So if there is anything or anyone you would like to promote right now, please go ahead.
Well, Sugar and Spice will be back.
Yay!
And we'll make an announcement. Arwyn and I just have to get, real life happens, y'all. We got to get our stuff together and set up. Okay, this is when we're going to start again, and then consistently do it like we did. So VacTube every Friday. We're still crazy. Yes, we are.
I am shocked. I am shocked.
Nothing wrong with that.
No. Nothing wrong. I think that's what
the hell you say?
Just on VacTube,
ma'am,
but still us.
No, ma'am. Wasn't that his men only club?
Yes.
No, ma'am.
That was hilarious. Yes.
I love Married with Children.
I love that show too.
But VacTube this Friday. And isn't karaoke Saturday, Arwyn?
Yes, but I'm not sure the time. But yes,
Yeah.
Mary on Deliciously Evil.
Also
Mary,
known as Mary's Game Room.
yes, hosting karaoke.
Yep.
And it'll probably be what time did it start last time?
I have no idea. I wasn't there. I was babysitting.
6 or 7. So it's probably in that time frame. But
Okay.
keep a lookout for that. And
Yeah.
I'll be on Loki's Friday morning. So
well, you're not leaving, are you? I'm leaving.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought my apologies. Sorry. I was just trying to be polite.
And I am grabbing Mary's link as well.
Oh my
It's all
God.
right.
I'm good.
Oh my God.
I'm going too.
I'm
No, you're
confused.
not.
I
What?
was a little confused.
I'm
I was
so
like,
sorry.
wait
I
a
was
minute.
not trying to just plug my shit. I promise. Before
It's all right. It's all right.
I'm gonna be on Loki.
Well, we are moving
We know
over. So
how
this is for the
Arwyn is.
YouTubers. Yeah. Well, the big question is, ladies.
What would you say you do here?
Yeah. So
They have people skills. You know that, Baron.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I bullshit. I take names, kick ass, and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
All right. You're out
I'm
all out of
digging
gum.
Fox.
Baron, go ahead and play that. Go ahead and play that clip, Baron. We have it. So
Oh,
it's at the very top.
at the very top.
Yeah. Okay. I got it. I got it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
I
movie.
love it.
Great
Roddy
underrated
Piper,
movie.
Beautiful
Yes.
man. Oh my God. I had a crush
Yes.
on him for so long. He's so hunky. If we ever get something like that, Arlena, please we could do one of your Samwise, but can we do one of
Sam
Roddy
Witwer.
Piper? I always messed up his name. I could never remember it.
Yeah, absolutely. I was a huge wrestling fan back in the day.
Oh, Roddy
I love
Piper
rap.
was the dream. And you're right. That's such an underrated movie. That movie is so good. We are living it. We
Yeah.
are living it.
I look just like him about 20 years ago. So just so you know.
Oh, Baron. Oh my goodness.
Oh my. Oh God. Are we gonna get the papers? Watch out.
Hey, Hot Rod was Hot Rod for a reason, not just for his temper. No, he was such a cool guy. Rest in peace,
He was.
Roddy
Just
Piper.
when you had the answer, I changed the question.
What a cool guy.
But Arlena, thank you for taking the time out of your Wednesday evening to join us. I greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely. I had a blast. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, it's not a problem. And I also want to let you know this is something I do for everybody that's been on Pop Talk. I'm going to add you to the Twitter group.
Okay.
So if you have any live streams that you want us to be aware of or live streams of your own, please make sure to post them in there. And
yeah.
Don't forget, they get the golden Pacific414 Spat Plug for being
And
there.
Arlena, of course, you're still in the channel and all that, and I want to have you as a guest on sometime on the Phantom Hooligans because it's been a while since you've been on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Hey, just shoot me. Don't
Mhm.
hit me up on Discord because I can't log into Discord
Still.
still. So
Yeah.
just
my.
hit me up on the twatters.
On the Twatter, the X.
Yeah,
Okay.
the X.
So that's the best thing to find. And if you ever get Dark Tide or you have an Among Us or anything, you're always welcome to play with us.
Oh,
Get
cool.
Vermintide 2 or anything like that.
All righty. Well, Arwyn is trying to get me to play some Fortnite with her again.
Yes, I am.
I've
Yes,
thought
I
about getting into that game, but I just never did. I did get into PUBG, but I never got into Fortnite.
Yeah.
I loved last season. Well, Arlena did too. This season
I did
is
love
very,
last
very,
season.
very, very different. It's like the polar opposite. It's the
Yeah.
anti last season, is what this season is, and it's a lot.
It is.
But
I'm not really
enjoying
enjoying it.
Yeah.
I didn't really enjoy it.
They've added
And-
a lot of stuff. They've got Lego Fortnite stuff now and all kinds of
That's
crazy
fun.
stuff. So
Wow.
that's what I
Well,
heard.
do
Yeah,
they still have the Valhalla? Arlena, do they still have Valhalla?
Yes, it's still there.
Okay, we'll have to do that one night.
But all right, y'all, I'm going to go. Enjoy the rest of your show. Thank you again for the invite.
Well,
You're
thank
welcome.
you for
We should
being
do it
here.
again.
Thank you for being here.
Appreciate you taking the time to join us tonight.
I'm glad I didn't scare you off. So yeah, definitely we have to do this again.
Yeah,
Well,
Baron has a tendency
really,
to-
Cash gave me a heads up already.
Yeah, exactly.
So you know, it's all good. It's all
I'm glad to hear that.
That's
Cash,
right.
this is gonna be something. You're a good man, Cash. You never heard that from me, and I will deny that.
But wait. I didn't tell you what he warned me about and gave me a heads up about. I'm just saying.
True.
This is true.
He gave
This
me a
is
heads
true.
up.
Well, I know it's nothing good. I know it's nothing good, and that makes me proud.
Yeah, we think Baron's cat's taken over his brain, Mouse. So yeah.
Oh, I love your kitties. Yeah.
All right, bye, y'all. Thanks again.
Bye.
Good night, Arlena.
Take care, Arlena. And folks, we are headed over to Rumble. I posted the link in there. So if you would like to join us for the Rumble part of this live stream, you're more than welcome to.
Now we can really get spicy. We're gonna be on Rumble.
Right.
Oh yeah, we cut loose there.
You do.
We do.
Nice.
But of course, before we leave the YouTube side, I do want to thank DJ Ronnie G for being here.
Turtles.
I also want to thank Mark the Infinitely Tired. He's always angry.
Knew that was coming.
But he's also tired.
D Nice, thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Positive Candor, thank you very much for stopping by the channels. Irate, always good to see you. Same goes for Wade. Always nice to see Wade. Phil TMNT, good to see you. It's been a while. Don't be a stranger, brother.
Yeah. True.
Just be straight.
It's always nice to see you. T-Virus, thank you for stopping by. And of course, we had Release the McCracken.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Apollomes, always nice to see you. And Simi. And sorry, I starred Mark twice, but that's okay. He's a star anyway. He's a star wrench.
Wow.
Pat Wannabe, yes, he's a wrench. A star wrench. We also had...
Sorry, just read that.
That's all right. We also had Tim, also known as FKHC 2005. The Blind Trader, and our condolences to you on the loss of your mother back in April due to the heart attack. And I know what it's like. So my sympathy to you.
And don't think we were ignoring you, man, because I saw something about that. We weren't. So.
And Phil McCracken. Thank you, Phil.
Yeah. You said Phil McCracken? You said Phil McCracken, huh?
This is Patrick
Yes,
Stewart,
I said Phil.
and I always watch Pop Talk with...
Oh, that's not the right
This
one.
is Patrick Stewart, and I wish to tell Phil McCracken that I hate him also.
There we go.
Phil does not like Patrick Stewart.
So
Yeah,
convincing.
he hates Patrick Stewart with a passion. I think he would throw an orange at him if he could.
Oh my God! If I knew how to do that, I would like have him reading Shakespeare to me all the time. I would just plug it in the computer. Patrick Stewart. Ugh. Great voice.
And Daryl the Derelict. Glad to see you here, Daryl, and I hope to have you as a guest on our show sometime in the near future. I hope to have everybody who's stopped by as a guest sometime in the near future. Lester, thank you for the members chat. Thank you very much, brother. And I'm glad you were able to hop in this past weekend for the members stream.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yep. And of course, Anonymous, but I'd be remiss if I didn't play this.
Yes, you would.
Anonymous. Anonymous. Anonymous.
And of course, we play that. Yeah, and we play that, of course, also in memory of Clobby.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's where that came from.
Yeah, Anonymous came on to the channel one time, and he had told us how he was at Klobby's channel the night before, and Klobby had seen him in the chat and just started going anonymous, anonymous. So as soon as Anonymous told us that story, I got it in my head. All right, I've got to make a clip. Yeah. And I made the clip, and anytime Anonymous pops into the chat during Pop Talk, I don't do it during game streams, but during Pop Talk, I always try to play it whenever he's here.
Nice.
So that is also a tribute to Klobby. We're gonna miss him.
We will.
Yes,
and I also want to thank Blue Legend Gaming. But folks, we're not done yet. We are not done yet. We are headed to Rumble. So to all of you over on YouTube, come join us.
Yes.
Party's not over yet.
Nope.
Arwyn's here. How can the party end?
That's right.